Cindy Hodnett with Furniture Today. We are here on the ground in Atlanta for the inaugural Casual Market Atlanta. And today we have a special treat. We are here with 3 retailers in the casual industry who have been identified as success stories. So we're going to have them tell you a little bit about what they're doing in their stores and what they think about the casual industry. So guys, we're going to just go down the line, let you introduce yourself, tell us about your store, where you're located.
I'm Greg Martin, located right here in Atlanta. We have 2 showrooms here and then 1 in Nashville.
And the name of your...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that would help. Greg Martin from Colo Collection.
Want to get the important stuff in.
My name is Eli Heimer. I'm from Gasper Home and Garden Showplace. We have 2 locations in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and that's me.
I'm Eric Stalzer with Offenbachers. We have 4 locations, 2 in Maryland and 2 in Virginia.
Wonderful. So, you know, for folks who might not be familiar with your stores, tell us a little bit about what you think the hallmarks of your stores are. I mean, why are you guys so successful? What do customers find when they walk into your store that they love?
Well, at Colo Collection, we try to do things a little bit different with our display. We pride ourselves on kind of having an organic feel. We blend lines together. We're not setting up our showroom in groups or sets. We might kind of congregate certain lines together, but there's always an organic feel to it and blending it. So somebody could maybe visualize, well, this is what it might look like in my space. We are primarily a high-end furniture showroom. We sell a lot to the trade. We do commercial projects. So we're a little bit different in that we do sell more to the trade than we do to the end user. And part of that's because one of our showrooms is in the design center here at ADAC, and then our Nashville showroom is in a design center but it can sell to the end user as well. So
okay, cover both bases.
Yes.
Perfect. Eli?
We're actually very similar to Colo Collection. We consider ourselves to be medium to high end. I'm a firm believer that you can't be everything to everyone, and I don't really want to bring the more entry level price points in. I'd rather sell the better product. We sort of mix things together also, and tell a story with colors and things like that and materials. So we might see different vendors scattered around the whole store, whether or not specifically together as a gallery. We sort of mix it all in. Our clientele is upper class or upper middle class. We're in a very, very nice area of Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Very traditional, but starting to be a little more transitional. But you know, we're very fortunate to have great clientele. We accommodate them any way we possibly can.
Okay. And how about Offenbachers?
The same with us, that we have the higher end vendors, middle line vendors, but there's a line you just can't cross. You got to keep the integrity of your business. The other success of our business is our people. The tenure that we have within our staff and the knowledge that they have really makes a difference in the long run. There's a difference between price and value, and we have value because our product is going to last a long time. We never have to make an excuse for the product we sell. So we align ourselves with the vendors that work with us and provide us a product that our customer deserves.
So, you know, I think it's interesting. I was speaking with Jackie earlier, and we were talking about, you know, some of the trends at the consumer level. And I say trends loosely, and by that I mean the increased focus on health and wellness and bringing the outdoor into the actual consumer experience. So I think we're kind of entering this like golden era for outdoor. How do you guys, what do you do to tell that story to your consumer, and what do you hear from your consumers about that story?
You want to take that one first?
Wow, that's a big one. Well, you know, in terms of trends, what's interesting to me is the gray story is still sticking around. It's not a passing fad. So the gray story is still in play, very strong. In terms of what you're saying about it's now another space in the home, the outdoor space. So we want to tell the story. We do that through outdoor rugs, through artificial plants, through decor pieces, tabletop, to really tell the whole story and create that environment for the consumer.
I totally agree. The thing is, the gray story for me is still very, very, very important, because I use the old equation that if you're wearing gray trousers, what color would you wear as a shirt? And you can wear anything you want. So that's the important thing. As where before, we used to be a little more specific by making a statement with a color, a very bold color, but they tend to run out of style, as where your grays and your beiges, or I tend to call greige, which is gray and beige mixed together, still have a huge home with us. So there's a pillow company that has probably flourished because of the greige out there right now. And so I'm still buying greige, so.
I think we will see more natural tones coming back in. I think there's always a cycle, and even though gray kind of goes with everything, I am seeing more warm tones coming back. Textures are important. Layering of textures is important. I think we've all seen the layering of the tables, so we're getting away from a coffee table, and people are loving to do the bunching tables. So whether it's 3 rounds, a rectangle with a round stacked on top of it, but that's again the layering of textures, materials, and that it's giving it more of a designed look. And we don't ever want to have something look like it was meant to be sold that way, but rather it was designed for their space to fit into their lifestyle, into their setting, and make it their own unique look.
So we'll wrap up, because we could honestly continue this conversation all day. It's fascinating, but we'll wrap up. I would like each one of you to give me your little elevator pitch about success as a retailer. What makes you a success as a retailer in your elevator pitch?
Well, we've been doing it this is our 20-year anniversary, so I think we've done a few things right. We've tweaked things along the way, but it starts with your people. Like Eric said, you have to have quality people that engage with your customer. Our customers are loyal. We have people that they come back. We haven't seen them for maybe 5 years, 8 years. Something changes in their life, and we've become friends with them, and they've become loyal. So I think that loyalty and that trust that you build is super important.
Nice. Eli?
He's absolutely right. I always say that the 3 parts to a successful retailer is, number 1, you can't be everything to everyone. I said this earlier. I firmly believe that you have to find your niche and you have to use it to your advantage. Number 2 is that your biggest asset is your employees. And the thing is, and you need to treat them as such. So you have to basically, take care of them any way you can. Thirdly, I always tell the salespeople, the next review, social media being, is standing right in front of you. So treat every customer as if they're going to review you. In today's presence of social media, everyone goes on to Facebook, YouTube, they go on to Instagram, they go on to Yelp, they go on to the Google reviews. They look for reviews. A good review is great, but the bad reviews tend to linger for a very long time. So the thing is, those are the things I would say that I try to strive for. I don't always succeed, but I try like heck to do it.
And last but not least,
We're going to go back to people. Your competition can have the same product that you do. They can have a store that looks similar to yours, but what's irreplaceable is your people. And that's what can separate you and make you unique in the industry. So you can never take your salespeople for granted, and you can't take the customer for granted. We've ridden a wave here of 3 years of exceptional business, and that gravy train will end someday. And I preach to our salespeople all the time is don't take this customer for granted. Everybody is very important.
wonderful. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more continued coverage of the casual market here in Atlanta and for more information from exceptional retailers like these guys.